You know what? I had an idea for a casual Friday. It's a terrible idea, but I wanted to run it by you.
What?
On the way up here, I was thinking, what do you think of a casual Friday where all we did was played rock, paper, scissors for about 10 or 15 minutes?
I would hate it. Yeah, that would be like the worst thing to translate over podcast.
Over audio.
Oh! Oh, you got me.
I guess I didn't think about just the audio side.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
It's a fun game, though.
What's an audio game? That's not what I meant. Like a game. Like, what's that game that people play?
Monopoly?
It's not truth or dare. Would you rather?
All right.
You do it, because I'm not good at these.
How does it go again?
Literally the most self-explanatory title.
Is it like, would you rather go dancing or go to the beach?
You give me two scenarios and I have to pick, but it's like two terrible things.
All right.
Essentially.
Okay, I got you. Would you rather have to walk barefoot through a run of broken glass, or walk on your hands over hot coals? Assuming you knew how to walk on your hands and could balance.
Well, I would say the hot coals, because if you do it quick enough, you don't get hurt at all.
Yeah, but you're not using your feet. It's different.
Well, my feet and hands are both made out of skin.
That's true.
That was a terrible one. Maybe I should do it.
Starting out a little rough.
There's one that's really good. It's like, would you rather be in a little pain for 10 years or the most pain you've ever felt for 10 hours?
So you mean like how I've lived for the last 10 years? A little bit of back pain.
Would you have traded that for 10 hours of pure 100% agony?
That's hard for me to answer.
Unrelenting.
Because I would say I have a pretty high pain tolerance, to the point where I'm not sure what it means to actually get really hurt.
Oh, here he goes.
It's true. I don't understand it.
I'm not a normal human. I don't feel pain. I'm a superhero. I don't like you for that answer.
No, I mean, like, I don't understand what it's like.
Well, I'll cut you some slack because, and you can relate to this as well, because we've talked about this when me and Paulie really like spicy foods.
Yes.
And people ask us, like, is it spicy? And we're like, no. Well,
yeah.
You might want to try it yourself. I don't know. I've like literally ate a whole meal and somebody's like, can I try it? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, that's so spicy. And I literally had not one thought of it being spicy at all.
And the other side of that is we eat things that are spicy that do hurt. But people are like, isn't that like terrible? Doesn't that hurt? And we're like, yeah, but that's why we're eating it.
Right. You know what's crazy is that whole endorphin high thing that happens.
It's real.
That when I ordered that Thai food that one time and my wife brought it home and I ate it and I literally felt like I was floating. Mm-hmm. Like 10 minutes after I was done eating. And let me tell you something. To this day, have never suffered through a meal like that one. I mean, from bite number 2, I was like, oh, no way I'm going to be able to eat this. I mean, I was on fire and I ate the whole box. And I sat there in that beanbag afterwards and I closed my eyes and I literally felt weightless. And I was like, what is happening? Like I had my eyes closed and I felt like it was like that feeling of like if I was just spinning backwards in space. That's what it felt like. And I sat up and I was like, Becca, something is wrong. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I feel really weird. And she was like, what is wrong? And she's like, you're acting weird. And I was like, this is weird. So I was like, I don't know what being high feels like, but this fits the description.
Probably kind of similar.
So I'm sitting there like Googling, like floating through space. And I was like, it like can like feel high, spicy foods. And like, sure enough, I read that you can get an endorphin high. And it's like apparently your brain, the signals to your brain from spicy food is basically the same as if you were actually on fire. Like it's just like pain and panic. So it's just flooding your brain with like hormones to try to just, ease the pain and make you feel better. And then you get flooded with this crazy amount of chemical reaction in your head. And yeah, it was weird.
No, I believe it. I think so. I've eaten a lot of different kinds of, like, I love food. I love different nationalities of like eating various ethnicities, types of foods. And I know there's like some that are sort of synonymous with spicy food, like Jamaican food. A lot of Jamaican food has spicy. There's various like Asian cultures and like Pacific Island cultures or like South American that have spice. I think out of all the places that I've had, even from that terrible experience with those peppers in Brazil.
Oh my gosh.
I think the worst, like, no, I won't say worst, but the like strongest, most sustained heat experience that I get from like cultural food is Thai food.
Yeah.
There's nothing else that I've experienced that's quite like it. So much so that like when I get sick, I crave Thai food because I know that I can depend on it to like just clean me out of all bro. Like the stuff in my head.
I've done that like sinus congestion, buddy. Yep. Just anything like super spicy.
Yeah.
And you can breathe at least for like the next hour or so.
Yeah. Yeah. Even if it's a temporary solution.
Yeah. Oh man, I love like spicy chips.
Mm-hmm. So
oh,
just was eating them.
Dude. My wife made chicken salad. My wife like makes a bomb chicken salad. I'm not like really a chicken salad guy, Yeah. But she made this chicken salad, and I had just like reorganized the cabinets and realized that I had sriracha, and I had like kind of forgot. I was like, oh shoot! So I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, I feel like chicken salad and sriracha would be like a clutch mashup. So I go get the sriracha, sit down. I took like 2 bites out of, it was like my second sandwich or something. Opened up the bread and just doused it. Like I was like, it was one of those moments where I was like, I want to be in pain after this, So I just douse it. I bite into this chicken salad and it was like, oh, like the heavens opened up and I was like, oh my God, this is good. And she was like, seriously? I was like, yes. So she took some and put it on and she was like eating it with crackers.
Respect, Becca.
And she was like, wait. She was like, like this is really good. I was like, isn't it? So I talked to her. I was like, you need to like start making small batches of chicken salad on the side where you just mix in sriracha until it like starts to turn red a little bit. Bro, because it was killer. By the way, love sriracha.
It is.
It's like not even just like, because like right now it's like
trendy
pop culture trendy to like sriracha. Like sriracha is just good.
It's good. It is. I was actually reading about it because I saw this article that said the headline was very grabby for me. And it's like, don't throw away your bottle of sriracha yet. And I was like, wait, why? What can I do with it?
Why would I have thrown it away?
So like, it was basically like when it gets down to the amount where you can't really like squeeze it out at all, they say add in some oil. Like, I'm not sure what the measurements are and all that. And then what you're basically doing, you shake that up, is you're creating like a chili oil, which has other uses in cooking. And the article also went on to talk about like the guy who started the company and like the origin of it all and how he was like not expecting like it to get as popular as it did. But it is trendy, but it also is really good. And I think it's like one of those things that self-supports it. It's trendy because people like it, because it is good. There's so many things that you could have it on.
Dude, eggs.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Killer.
Yeah.
Make an omelet. Just, what I like to do is I like to, like when I I can make an omelet, right? Like that's like one of my things. Like I can kill an omelet. Like, and like not only taste good, just like look good. Like the whole form is just nice, right? Like I'm nice with the omelet game. Can't cook much else, but I'm claiming the omelets. And
you can make those taco soup burritos.
And broccoli. Like watching Mark Patera make broccoli, bro, I can make some mean broccoli right now.
I thought you meant sriracha.
It's basically like butter soup with broccoli in it, but man, is it good.
I need to get that recipe.
It's pretty, I'll share it offline. A secret family recipe. But what I like to do though, here's a good omelet tip for everybody out there. If you have, this is like an easy, like quick way to make an omelet. It's just above and beyond.
We've become a cooking show
egg.
without the cooking.
So if you're going to make an omelet right, you have to pre-mix it like in a bowl. You got to get it nice and mixed up. And then 2 things. Sriracha straight into the eggs. I'm not just pouring it on. I'm pouring it on 2.
Yeah.
It's going in. It's going on, but
And you're also dipping.
you mix that egg, those 2 or 3 eggs, depending on what kind of day you're having, you know. And then you take the sriracha and put it in the bowl and then mix it up some more. I mean, you get the sriracha in every fiber of that egg that doesn't have fiber in it. Or here's another quick tip. If you got some salsa in the fridge, you can ask my wife. She can vouch for this one, right? You mix your egg up in the bowl. Take about 2 heaping tablespoons of salsa. Throw it in the raw egg in the bowl. Mix it up and just make that the omelet. Put some cheese in that. Game time. You ain't have to cut nothing. This is another thing.
Onions and tomatoes, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
If you're going to do... So, the one thing that bothers me. So, like, I always complain when I get omelets everywhere because I feel like I make mine better. Then every once in a while, I'll find somebody like nails it, right?
Yeah.
But I can't order omelets anywhere because I'm like, man, I'm not doing it right. And this is what they're missing. You have to pre-saute all the ingredients before you put them in the egg.
Like the
So
vegetables.
if you have onions and peppers, whatever, I cook those first. Some oil, some butter, salt and pepper, saute them, set them to the side. Mix your egg up a little bit, then put it on the skillet and then drop it quick afterwards, right? Game time.
Yeah.
But I don't like when it's like raw vegetables in a cooked egg. Like, that's not the point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it's Casual Fridays.
I like
that's
it.
why. But yeah.
I think
Some omelet tips. You got omelet tips.
Yeah,
Throw it
share-
on me because,
share your omelet
you know,
tips.
even though mine are world class, I'm still open for some improvement.
I'm not like putting anybody out there by this comment, so if anyone's offended, I'm sorry. But I feel like it's a rite of passage as a father to be like good at making at least some form of breakfast.
Eggs, like right, it's like so my dad's eggs when I
Yeah.
was growing up.
Yeah,
like,
same here.
Like my mom cooked everything, but my dad, you're cooking the eggs.
Yeah.
Like,
And maybe it's because like the gender roles of like society for years have been like, you know, the women cooking and all that, but like they're gonna make the guy do something, and if he's probably not a good cook, so just let him do the eggs. Like, you know what I mean?
hey, but we got them eggs on lock. I remember asking. I don't have a lot of childhood memories, but I remember asking my mom, like, make the eggs like that. Or like either let dad do it or ask him what he does.
Yeah, my dad used to make eggs too, and it was so ingrained in me that into my adulthood didn't know the right terms for the types of eggs that he was making me. Like it's like over easy, you know, so I guess over medium depending on how long he cooked.
Dipping eggs.
For years, decades. I called them dipping eggs.
Do you know that that's my favorite way to eat eggs now? And that's because when I used to stay over at your house and spend the night, you're like waking up and they're like, y'all want dipping eggs? And I'm like, what the heck is a dipping egg? What is this?
Yeah.
You know, and then made it, dipped that toast in it, and I was like, the best part about dipping eggs is when you get all the yolk up and then you've got that nice
Soggy piece of bread.
yes, and that egg, and you drop that leftover what's the white part of the egg called? What's up, man? You
was
put
that,
that in the
Marlo?
toast, fold it over,
Ask
salt
him
and
to come
pepper.
in.
He's busy, man.
all right.
I asked him last week and he was like, no.
Okay.
He doesn't want to be a part of this. But yeah, so
Yeah, no, that was like, I felt it like nervous and embarrassed when I'd go to like IHOP or something, and they're like, "How do you want your eggs?" And I'm like, "Scrambled," just because I didn't know how to ask them for what my dad made.
dipping eggs.
Do you know what dipping eggs are?
Yeah, and I'm like, I used to get like there was a way I used to order my eggs, and it's like half the places didn't even know how to do it. So I stopped asking. It was like basted or something. You know, like they put it, Oscar, my old roommate, he used to make eggs. And I used to think I was like, bro, what are you doing? But he would like put them in a frying pan, super hot with oil, like a thin layer of oil. This man would crack the egg straight into the oil, and he'd take a spoon and just like splash the oil on top of the egg. Bro, he would take that and put it in some rice. Game time. And I was like, I thought it was so weird, but it's one of those things you're like, yo, this is like really good. Because the oil, it would like make the outer edge of the egg
crispy.
Bubbly and crispy.
Yeah.
Kind of brown it.
Yeah.
But the inside of the egg was still soft. And like, bro, it was like, yeah, he killed it with that.
One of my favorite breakfast things to make myself is...
Bam's going to be listening so hungry. Like, hey, honey, let's make some eggs tonight. Hey, what you want for dinner? Eggs. Dipping eggs.
Nobody's going to know. One of my favorite things to make when I buy avocado, because first of all, it's too expensive and it's complicated.
The most complicated piece of produce you can buy.
Absolutely.
Never ripe, and then they're bad.
Yeah. But I love a slice of rye toast, a dipping egg, slices of avocado, and salt and pepper, and then sometimes hot sauce, sriracha maybe, or Hoff and pepper.
Now, see, I haven't really got on the avocado train.
I love avocado.
Like when it's on burgers and stuff, I pass on that.
It's too messy on burgers. Sometimes I want it on a burger.
I think that's why I just don't really get down with avocados anyways. It's kind of like
the problem is that, all right, so it's got oil in it. Like it's an oily.
It's very oily, yeah.
So when you're putting it on a greasy burger, and then if you have like some like wet ingredients like lettuce or tomato or pickle, it just gets too movie.
Yeah.
Like sometimes,
it's
especially if
like a feature film. You're right.
Yeah. Especially if they're cutting the avocado like in wedges. If you don't bite at the right angle, the avocado is just going to squeeze out.
Can't deal with it.
Nah, I cut my avocado in nice thin slices.
Anxiety-inducing meal. Like I can't get down with it.
It's really complicated to eat that avocado egg toast thing. Like it's all over my face when I'm eating it, but it's delicious.
I'm kind of hungry.
I offered you half my sandwich.
Uh-huh.
I said, you want some of this?
That's not saying, hey, you want this other half.
Sorry.
You're like,
you want to go back and get another one?
You're like handling the last nub of what you just ate. Hey, you want some of this? No, I'm good. An hour later, well, I offered you half of my sandwich.
Poor communication on my part. I want to share a comment that I made the other day on here, because I feel like nobody's going to say anything about this because we never get comments on our videos, but
we do sometimes.
Yeah, they're mostly spam. Hey, I want to be your friend on YouTube, I should say. We get comments on Instagram.
Just to be clear, I think we do this podcast for us.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're enjoying it, thanks. And I was really, it's cool. I didn't tell y'all this. Like on Sunday and one day, I think I had 4 people come up to me and were like, dude, I'm loving the podcast. I'm like, oh, it's great to know you're watching it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, to those people, thank you. It's encouraging.
Yeah. To those people who watch and listen, thank you.
And we sell ourselves short. We joke a lot. We're like, nobody listens to this, but I don't know. I haven't looked at the numbers in a while, but I remember the last time I went home, I was like, man, let's see who's listening. I was like, hey.
Kind of shocking.
Like going through all the platforms, it's like, all right.
Yeah.
You know, we got some people here. We're doing all right.
Those of you who do watch and listen, feel free to actually make comments on the videos, not just on our Instagram, because that'll help with our discovery and algorithm on YouTube. So
yeah, all that.
But the comment that I was going to make, and I'd love the community's feedback on, is or are mustaches just bangs for your mouth?
Oh my gosh, I'm ending this podcast.
Think about it.
That was a mic drop. Not in a good way. See y'all.